baby, kill the beat. Pittsburgh, nigga. Pittsburgh, nigga. Pittsburgh, nigga. Pittsburgh, nigga.
Reporting live from the city of steel, where it's realer than real. Stay in your lane, dog, this killer be killed. And we can tell you how dead broke feel. We done struggled for real, and the shorties ain't got no chill. Young bucks running wild because the old heads tired. Shooting after shooting, got the hood on fire. North side hot, but the east side blazing. Pittsburgh real, this the city I was raised in. I wanna make it out, but I'm feeling like I'm caged in. My uncle like 50, still trapping out the days in. Trips out of town make me love my city more, but we don't love each other, dawg, we'd rather go to war. I was down bad poor when they put me on this tour. I'ma tell you from the door, I'm too hard to ignore. Heart pure, I'ma blow like TNT. We could bring it to the table, shout out TMZ.
Alright, what's up, y'all? This is Dre from Pittsburgh TMZ. Once again, you know what we here for. You know what I do all the time. We live in Pittsburgh at the Cambria in Pittsburgh, and I'm here with my DJ of this year. To me, I love who we be DJing for, so you know what I'm saying? I'm here with my man, DJ Technician. What's up, man? Welcome to Pittsburgh, man.
Glad to be here, dude.
Man, how was your flight?
I don't know.
Hell, you...
I go on, once it go up, I'm out.
Okay. So this your first time here?
Nah.
You been here several times?
More than 10.
You love the city? You like it?
Yeah.
You still a fan?
Nah. No, I'm New York everything.
Okay, New York everything. So, I mean, for some of y'all that don't know, he is DJ for a lot of the hottest coming out of New York, from Raekwon to Ghostface to Styles P, all of the L.O.X. He was the DJ on the verses with the L.O.X. He does his thing. He's been doing this for years. And, I mean, what inspired you to start, first of all?
I was always around records in the house.
Okay.
Between my grandparents and my mom, they was always doing parties, like house parties back in the day.
Okay.
I always had a love for music. I never thought I'd be doing it for a living. Mm-hmm. But I've always been around the music.
And then it just paid off.
And being from the Bronx, I was kind of there in the beginning, stages of hip-hop. So I used to stay at my fire escape and watch Ray Ski plug up to the light pole in the corner and just rock out.
Huh?
Yeah.
That was a beautiful thing. Like, that's one thing here in Pittsburgh. That's a culture like a lot of us miss. And I'm an 80s baby. You know what I mean? And we missed things like that where the DJ come out and be on the block. And you know what I mean? And in New York, that's like an everyday thing in New York. It's seen all over New York DJs doing that back in those days, right? Correct? So my next question is, what song really just touched you in the beginning? Like, what made you, besides the records being around, what was that one beat or that song that just was like, I know this is for me?
Remembering from Ray Ski plugged up in the light pole, as a kid, I didn't know what break beats was or anything. But I remember, I know the name now, of course, 7 Minutes of Funk from the Hold On Family, and Champ from the Mohawks.
Okay.
7 Minutes of Funk is what Jay-Z used for Ain't No.
Okay.
Him and Foxy.
Okay.
And the Champ, there's been pieces of it sampled in the hundreds of songs.
Okay.
KRS used it for Step Into a World. Ina Kamuzi used it for Hot Step. It's just one hit, like, Onyx kinda used it for Slam.
Okay.
Yeah. So those two stuck out. Like, I never knew what they were, but those stuck in my head. When I finally got them, like, ooh.
Okay.
And I started learning how to cut and everything, listening to Pete Rock on BLS in New York.
Okay.
He's kind of like what I listened to. I'm like, I gotta try that, because he was way ahead of his time.
Okay.
So between him, Kid Capri, who was like, everybody got Rakim as the God MC. He's like the God DJ.
So Kid Capri is. I was gonna ask that. That was one of my next questions. So Kid Capri is like the God of DJs.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, would you say that's just for the East Coast or just it's down south?
It's
is it everywhere?
It's everywhere.
Okay.
He was kind of the first to do a lot of things.
Okay.
and I've worked with him for over 25 years.
Okay.
So it's funny, the three guys that, like, if anyone asks, who did you look up to or your idols? It's Kid Capri, Pete Rock, and Premier.
Okay.
So it's Kid for his stage presence and just everything as a package. Pete Rock, I learned how to cut listening to him on the radio. And Premier, the scratches he did on Gangstar Records.
Okay.
Combined all of that, took things from here, Red Alert, Jazzy Jeff.
Okay.
Who is my all-time favorite, by the way.
Jazzy Jeff for Fresh Prince, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
So kind of like a combination of everybody.
Okay.
And I took that and made me.
DJ technician, huh?
Yes, sir.
So now, when you get onto your set, is there certain things that you prepare before you go on set? Like tonight, for say, you're getting ready to do a nice show here in Pittsburgh. What's some of the things you like to do before you go on and perform and show the world what you do?
Get to the spot early if there's someone on before me, see what they're doing and feel the room out.
Okay.
Other than that, everything is like muscle memory.
Got you.
Like, all right, this is working, I know where to go with it.
Okay. Now, when you get to the DJ, I know you have a lot of people running up to the DJ booth, or do they not allow, or you don't allow that?
I allow it, but I'm not necessarily gonna do what you're asking me to do.
Got you.
But then, yo, can you play number 7 on the Future album? I'm like, I don't know the numbers of songs by number 7, number 12. What's the song title?
Got you.
Because when you put it, we transition to digital DJing. I don't put the numbers of the song where I could just type Future number 7. I need a song title.
Yeah, you need a song title. I need to know, you know what I'm saying? Bands will make you dance, or if that's what you want to hear, I don't need to hear number 7.
Then it'll be bands will make you dance when I'm playing something like Isaac Hayes.
They want you to up tempo, you down tempo. They want you to hurry up and slam it right to something else. Okay. See for y'all watching. Well, next time you go to the DJ, make sure you know the song that you want played, not the number, and make sure that it's like he said, the tempo.
No, next time you go to the DJ, don't go to the DJ. let us do our job.
There you go. That's what they paid for. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So, give me a crazy moment that you've had since you've been a DJ, because I mean you've been on a lot of tours. You're L.O.X's DJ, so I know you've had crazy moments.
On stage or
just period, on stage, on, you know what I mean? What's one of the craziest moments you've had?
It's hard to say. It's been one that I can remember off top. It's also DJ for Camp Low, and we're in Germany. One of them stepped off stage, or thought he was stepping off stage. Ended up landing rib first on a speaker.
Whoa.
So I'm like, he's down for the rest of the song. So I'm back there like, damn, come on, B, we in the middle of a show. He broke his rib.
And so, you didn't know it, though?
I didn't know. Show's over for him. So we were on tour with The Roots. They were the headliner.
Okay.
Black Thought came out and finished the show with us.
Okay.
So that was like, he's in the hip-hop encyclopedia. He knows every lyric to every hip-hop record ever. So he knew the songs we were performing. He finished the song with us.
Okay.
And I was like, damn. Man, it's just been a lot of crazy stuff. Of course, the verses is Madison Square Garden.
Of course.
So that was a bucket list thing for me.
Okay. How was that? Like I know you've had so many people ask you about that. I've seen it on the internet where people always ask you about that. But like, how was it? Like being in the moment of that?
Incredible. The energy. They say that's the most famous arena in the world.
Yes.
The energy was incredible. Now, on a technicality, it wasn't the Garden where the Knicks played or where the first WrestleMania was. It was the smaller part. I forget what they call it.
Like basically the ballroom of the Madison Square Garden. Okay.
But it's still the Garden.
Yeah.
Someone mentioned me. That's where the East Coast, West Coast thing started.
Yeah, where the Source Awards was.
Yeah. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
So after they said, I was like, oh, wow.
So yeah, like you said, that just to be there and just to have situations in Madison Square Garden, but the beater where the East Coast, West Coast has started.
Yeah.
And then now when you come in, you're the DJ for the L.O.X versus Dipset, and basically you turned over a new leaf in hip hop because that showed hip hop ain't dead. It's about your lyrics. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And a lot of people doing the mumble rapping and stuff like that. Jadakiss made sure he let them know I can rap. That's what a verse is about. It's about rapping, not about just sitting there. You know what I mean?
The mumble is knocking too.
It is though.
A hit is a hit.
Yeah, you right. You right.
But it's just certain artists perform a certain way.
Exactly. And that's what it showed on Versus. And that's one of the main things Jadakiss said. When you got an artist coming to your city, make sure they perform.
Yeah.
When you paid to see Michael Jackson, he performed.
Not all the time. That's my favorite all-time artist. He's the greatest ever. I don't care what nobody says.
I'm with you.
I study him so much. I know when he tells his sound man, "Let me go live now."
Got you.
Like if you really pay attention, you'll see, because he dances, he's out of breath.
Exactly.
He supposedly had a couple of nose surgeries. Might have been hard to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
But you can always see when he signals for his sound man, "Turn my mic on, I'm gonna go live."
That's crazy because now I'm going to go back and look at all his performances and try to catch that, because I always wondered that, was he always live? Because of, like you said, he's dancing, he's moving.
He started doing that around 95.
Okay.
Like 90% of his show was the track playing.
Okay.
But you're in awe. You're like,
yeah, you're
that's
just
Mike.
Mike. Yeah.
But me as a fan, I'm like, damn, Mike, turn the mic on, man.
And that's crazy because I'm like that too. But I never looked at it with Mike. But other artists, I'd be like, I want to hear you sing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to see that. I don't want to hear the playback. You know what I mean?
Like with the playback, there's no room for improvising.
Exactly. You got to stay straight to it, lay straight on the line.
Yeah.
That's like when you was in school and you got to do your cursive paper on the line.
Yeah.
You got to stay within the lines. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, man, listen, man, I say you are a DJ of encyclopedia, because the way you just break things down and the way you spin on them records, man, you do some. Woo.
Hey, this is I've kind of trained for this all my life, so
Yeah.
you gotta know your knowledge of music, kind of know everything about music.
So some up and coming DJs that may be listening or watching, what kind of advice would you, besides like you just said, you got to know your music? What's the advice you would give?
They're gonna hate it, but I come from, like I said, the beginnings, so I would suggest turntables. I know it's a different era with controllers and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer turntables. It looks better to the people,
Mm-hmm.
but at the end of the day, the people just want the music.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta have 2 of these set up,
Mm-hmm.
and then kill it. No one will know.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's a situation where they're watching you,
Mm-hmm.
I recommend use turntables.
Okay, because they can see the scratching,
Yeah.
they can see the. Yeah, I got you.
And just learn the craft. The main thing before anything scratching or anything is timing. Like, if nothing else, is learn timing.
Mm-hmm.
How to count bars, where to bring it in. Because something that's timed wrong could mess up your whole dance and everything.
Got you.
Some will come in wrong, you make that face like, what was that?
Have you got any of that before in your career?
Not
Like in the
that-
beginning, not, you know what I
not
mean?
that I've seen. One thing I can say, I've always had timing because I was in the band, so I kind of was taught timing.
Okay. Got you.
Because my teacher taught me, in a band, everyone doesn't play at the same time. So if the song starts and I don't come in for 24 bars, how do you know it's 24 bars? So my teacher taught us, while you're sitting there, you're going to count these bars in your head. So I unconsciously count bars when I'm listening to music. We could be talking, that song that's on right now, you kind of know where to bring the next record in.
Got you.
Even if I never heard the song or nothing, it's always on an even bar.
Got you.
Usually 4, 8, 16, or 24.
Got you. And see, y'all learning something. You can listen to the man. He know what he talking about.
Yeah, don't just beat match, because now with the digital DJ, you can look at the BPMs. I'm like, oh, that's 85, that's 85. Let me put them together. They got to be on the right bar.
Got you. Now, my next question is, in the industry, since we're talking about up-and-coming DJs, is there always going to be a place for a DJ?
Always. You'll never hear music without the DJ.
Okay. And I see it because a lot of people in my city, they want to be rappers. They're working on their craft, and they don't even know the concept of going through the DJ. You know what I mean? Because a lot of cities are not like New York, where you can come up to the DJ and get a DJ here, go hunt it, play my song, or go, whatever to play my song. They don't know that. And with my show, I teach them and I tell them it comes from the DJ. That's how you get heard, the DJ.
Oh, now in this era, it's easier with YouTube, Spotify, streaming, and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You can put out a song and go straight to streaming, and people will hear it without the DJ.
Of course.
But it's kind of like the DJ still breaks the record.
Yeah.
What's gonna make millions of people listen to this song? If it's word of mouth, you listen to, let me listen. I tell him, he tells him, it's gonna take forever. You still need a DJ to get it out there, whether it's on radio or in a club.
Exactly. And see, here in Pittsburgh, we only have one radio station. We're trying to change that. We've been trying to change that for years. We only have Whammo. Other cities have multiple radio stations, so that's why, we're kind of slow when it comes to that. But it's getting better. I'm going to say that, Because it's kind of hard when you only got one radio station to get your song broke at. You know what I mean? You want to get, like New York, y'all got hundreds of radio stations. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, appreciate you having this interview. I don't want to hold you up too much.
Since you from the town, I don't know how Wiz started out here. Was it on Whammo, or he went another route to become Wiz Khalifa?
He went, I believe at first he went, don't quote me on this, he went the route of Whammo because Whammo was doing a lot of, they do the summer jams and different stuff like that. But I don't believe his first being heard was on Whammo. I believe he went other channels. And at that time when Wiz was coming out, social media was beginning to blow up. So I do believe social media was a major part of him blowing up, not Whammo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he definitely put Pittsburgh on his back.
Yes, he definitely did. Shout out to Wiz Khalifa. Shout out to the whole Taylor gang. You know what I mean? I grew up with a lot of them from Hazelwood. That's where they come from. You know what I mean? Grew up at in Hazelwood. Chevy Woods, all of them. We got Fed to God on the label. You know what I mean? I did an interview with Fed last year. Fed, we keep in contact. So it's a mainstream. One thing Wiz, I could say Wiz is doing, he's keeping it at home and he's helping the people at home.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So shout out to Wiz. Shout out to you, man. I hope you have a good time tonight, which I know you are. The crowd gonna love your music. And I just, wish you nothing but the best. And like I said, I appreciate you. Thanks for coming on Pittsburgh TMZ. And
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Thanks for giving advice to the people. All right, y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's a DJ Technician. Look him up. He's on all social media. What is your social media site?
Technician the DJ is spelled the regular way. If you don't know how to spell it, you can talk to Google, Siri, say Technician the DJ, it'll all pop up.
Y'all already know. So stay tuned, man. Thanks for staying tuned.
Another quick promo. I don't know when y'all gonna see this. Even if you see it after today, the album's out. Kid Capri, the Love album. Go stream that.
Shout out Kid Capri.